To understand how we use the past perfect tense in English, you first need to understand how we use the present perfect tense. So if you haven't watched those videos, make sure to watch them first. I will leave a link for you in the description. If you have watched those videos, listen for the past perfect tense in the following story, and then I will teach you how we use it. Robert teaches English. It was the summer of 2012, and Bob had lived alone since 2003, for almost a decade. He had never spoken to a woman before, but that was about to change. A knock came at his door. Bob opened the door to see Sandy. Up until now, Bob had only been speechless one other time in his life. The first time he ever witnessed the beauty of the mighty elk.
Hey man, I can't find my beanie. Did I throw it through your window?
Bob hadn't yet regained his ability to speak, so instead he waved hello to the stranger.
Hi man, can you hear me?
Finally, Bob spoke.
Oh, yes, I can hear you. I'm Bob.
Oh, hi Bob, I'm Sandy.
Luckily, Bob had just cleaned his apartment, so he invited Sandy in to look for her beanie. She told him that she had never lost her beanie before. Bob told her that he had always wanted a hat, but that beanies didn't suit him. After some time, they forgot what they were doing. The two found themselves listening to music and spending quality time with Bob's cat. Somehow, Bob was wearing a hat and Sandy had on a brand new beanie. Since you have seen my videos on the present perfect tense, you probably recognize the way that the past perfect tense was used in that story. We can use it in the same way, answering the same 4 questions. How long? Using since or for. It was the summer of 2012, and Bob had lived alone since 2003, for almost a decade. What had you done until now? He had never spoken to a woman before. She told him that she had never lost her beanie before. What had you done so far until now? Up until now, Bob had only been speechless one other time in his life. Bob hadn't yet regained his ability to speak. And what had just happened? Luckily, Bob had just cleaned his apartment. So if all of these uses are the same as the present perfect tense, what's the difference? It's pretty simple. The difference is all of these actions are shifted into the past. Picture it this way. I have flown on an airplane over 10 times in my life. When I was 10 years old, I had never flown on an airplane. Think about this image anytime we use the past perfect tense. Just shifted into the past in a story. This is why I used a story as my example. It is the most common way that we use the past perfect tense. It's one of the best ways to set up action or give background information about a setting before the main action happens in a story. It gives background information. This is information that helps the listener or the reader understand the characters and what is happening before the main story or the main action begins. He had never spoken to a woman before. When we learned that Bob had never spoken to a woman before, it prepared us for how nervous he felt when he met Sandy. It gave us background into his character. Now for practice, I want you to answer this question in the past perfect tense. When you were 10 years old, how many other countries had you seen? answer in the comments below, along with any other questions you have for me. As always, thank you so much for learning with me. I hope you know you're doing a fantastic job, and I hope you know I believe in you. I'll see you soon.
Menu, does that window taste good? Does it taste good?